For all the latest community news and events.
103.2 Preston FM.
Your community, your radio.
Chat City, weekday mornings, 10 a.m. through to noon. Keep the emails coming in. It's studio@preston.fm, studio@preston.fm, and you can also tweet us at Chat City PFM, and we really look forward to hearing from you. And right now, in the studio, I've got my first guest, so... a bit of a hurried entry into this. Yeah, is it afternoon? Is it night? Is it morning?
It's somewhere like that for me. Yeah, more hungover than a chandelier, I tell you.
Is that right? Well, my first guest is Sean Keefe. Now, I know lots of us. You know, I mean, when I was in my teens, I was never going to be 20. When I was in my 20s, I was never going to be 30. And of course, I've not reached 40 yet. But anyway, Sean's quest was that before he reached the age of 40, he wanted to do 40 things. So by the end of the interview, we'll find out whether he actually achieved it, because I'm not sure if he did achieve the 40 things he wanted to do. But Sean, a very good morning. And were you just sitting there one day and thinking, what am I going to do with life? How did this come about?
You know, it's funny when you say that, isn't it? How fast 40 creeps up on you, isn't it? I was hitting the age of... I was coming towards that age, and I just lost my auntie and my gran in the year before to cancer. And you sort of realise all your friends are married, you know, and life's moving on without you. And so I thought, it just hit me, well, we should do something positive here, and we should make life more fun. And then get people to sponsor us and raise a little bit of money and help fight cancer along the way as well. So I drew up a list of 40 things, and they were ridiculous things, you know. It's over a year ago I did this as well.
Is that right?
It's got media attention now, but it's over a year ago we finished it all. But it's all ridiculous things like looking up old friends that you haven't seen for a while, all the things you mean to do, you know, like people you know on Facebook but you haven't seen in 20 years, because there's a reason why you lose touch with people normally, isn't there?
That's right.
And, but a lot of these people that I hadn't seen for a while, we made friends with again, we met up with, and then we started getting a bit outlandish. And you know, when you're talking a pub and you sort of come up with an idea and you never expect people to help you out with it, you know, one was go down the Lancaster Canal in a pedalo. And it was one of those pub boasts that you sort of say, and think, well, that'll never happen, but wouldn't it be cool if it did? And the last thing you expect is a load of people to be stood around you and go, well, we can make that happen for you. And so, 6 months later, I was pedalling for 3 days.
I know. It's amazing, isn't it? The world always looks different after a pint.
Yes. Yeah, and you can do anything.
You can do anything.
But you don't expect people to actually help you do it. That's the trouble.
I know. So we're going to find out. So, I mean, so the serious side of it was you were also raising money for charity.
Yeah.
And you're also singer, songwriter, all-round poet, musician.
You forget how you can do things as well. Cause I'm an independent kind of guy, so I make albums. We get them all printed up by a company. I wander around. I play all over the place. I don't just wander the earth, you know. But,
I wander around a lot.
Like kung fu kind of thing. But I wander. I go and play gigs all over the place, and we sell albums that way, and do the same with poetry. I've got a couple of books on the Kindle right now.
Oh, right.
One's a novel. They're free now as well. I don't know. I'm going to do a plug. They're free right now. Look on the internet. It was a question of the 40 things list was sort of like, let's get these things out there. You know, you're sitting on these things on your computer. It's no good writing a novel that's sat there. Why not put it out somewhere? You know, why not put your albums out there somewhere and get them out there? And things happen when you do that. You know, people like it, people don't like it, but hey.
Well, we'll talk about those 40 things, but you may have heard the strumming of a guitar there in the background. Well, Sean has got his guitar with him, so you're going to sing something for us then?
We'll do a little bit of slide blues for a Monday morning in Preston.
Blues, wow, yes. This is quite unexpected. I didn't know this was going happening, and I'm in my element with slide blues, so away you go, Sean.
This is a dobro. You can't see it's a dobro in open D. Lay your cards out on the table, flick matches in the rain. She'll call you Joe in the big game by your secret name. But you got dirt way down your favorite shirt. You got dirt, 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 way down your favorite shirt. You take her to the movies where the lights are kinda dim. You keep her in the dark so she don't see the state you're in. You got dirt right down your favorite shirt. You got dirt, dirt, dirt right down your favorite shirt. Yeah, you have it. You may play the big man, but you're gonna play the blues. Someday those little secrets are gonna hook their teeth in you. You got dirt right down your favorite shirt. You got dirt, dirt, dirt right down your favorite shirt. Hey! Baby.
Wow. Well, Sean, well done. Well, that's a bonus. I didn't know you were coming in playing, and anybody who knows me knows I'm in my element in the studio, and I have people, live music, singing, whatever. Well, tell us a little about yourself. You know, music, playing, poetry. Where's all this coming from?
Yeah, I go where the wind takes me, and I earn no money ever. It's one of those things. Somebody I seem to be in the media quite a bit. And I've noticed as my media profile increases, the amount of money I earn seems to go down. It's great. I don't know how it works these days. I'm shockingly bad at playing the media. And my Facebook page...
Is that right?
Yeah, my Facebook page looks like just a self-promoting tool. Today I have an album. Today I have a poetry book out. Today I'm on the radio. and you think, after a while, I'm sure people just must go, stop it. Go get a job. Do something real for a change. But I teach people. I've been teaching guitar and drums and piano in Preston for about 10 years. And a lot of my students have gone on to do great things, you know, a lot better than me, because you teach people one thing and they go, I play slide blues, and people go off and do their own thing, you know. So it's good to see, you know, you get some good success stories coming out of it all.
George Harrison was a brilliant slide guitar player, wasn't he? He was
really good at single note lines. It was all that.
He was what?
Just single note. When I tend to play like a chord, I'll hit more than one string. Like that. And George Harrison would be a...
Right.
Kind of guy on one string all the time. It was great because he had such a good sense of melody, didn't he?
Yeah.
He the Beatles.
Yeah.
It was,
that's right. Some of the stuff he did was
because
beautiful.
it was only 7 years the Beatles were together, and
I know
all that music at once. Like, how did that happen? when they turned around at the end, it was all different, wasn't it?
So some of those 40 things that you wanted to do. I mean, apparently you learned to juggle. Play the what's the strum stick, or should that be? What is the strum stick?
The Chapman strum stick is it's Chapman strum stick. What's it? McNally strum stick even is it's like a dulcimer. It's three stringed instrument. It's tuned in major. You can't play a note wrong on it. Basically, it sounds a little bit like a sort of like that little sort of banjo kind of.
Yeah, I was going to say a banjo.
It's basically the size of a guitar net. The whole thing. It's a great little instrument, and they're really rare. But they sound great. You couldn't do a whole gig with it. You know, I'm very sure people would get bored quite quickly unless you were covering the heavy metal. It comes from Slayer songs or something on it. But it's a little dulcimer kind of sound. It's a great little thing, yeah.
But, I mean, some of the more strenuous things, is that right? Cycling from Edinburgh to Lancashire with nothing but a tent and a guitar
That's
on your
right.
back?
Well, we did that. It was going to be across the Transpennine Trail. But the guys from Preston Tringe Festival got involved and said, well, you know, why are you going to be performing at the Tringe Festival this year? Why don't you sort of have a torch, like an Olympic torch? And so, okay, well, I'll bring that from the Edinburgh Fringe Festival to Preston Tringe Festival. All right. And so next thing I know, I'm getting on a train, and I've got a guitar on the back with "This Be the Torch" written on it. We cycled. Excuse me. It only took 3 days to get there, bizarrely enough. I had a day off in the middle of it all. But I got from Edinburgh to Chewitfield in Lancashire in about 3 days, and stopping on the way and playing a few concerts. And then we upped to the Pedalo and went to Lancaster Canal and that, doing a few concerts on the way. And that took another 3 days. And we filmed it. There's a film. If you Google From Fringe to Tringe, we made a nice little documentary. I took a camera and we videoed it, and a friend of mine who's an editor and things, and he put the music on it, and he made it look like...
So is that up on YouTube?
Yeah, it's up on YouTube. Have a look. It's called From Fringe to Tringe, and if you feel moved to donate money to Macmillan afterwards, that would be great.
So when did you do this? When was that?
That
then?
was last first week of September last year.
Right.
So it rained properly as well. God let me know. I mean, the cycling was fine. It was just horrible and windy. There's a bit of language in the video because you see lots of bits of me just trying to get up a hill. Scotland is a brilliant, gorgeous place to cycle, but when the wind's in your face, your faith in yourself is tested sorely.
Yeah.
And then we got in the Pedalo, and God said, right, now it can rain. And that was it for 3 days. My shins started dropping off. We got very wet. We had a few people join us in the Pedalo. In fact, one of the most surreal things of my life was broadcasting on Preston FM. One of the guys from the Saturday morning show came out and joined me in the Pedalo on the Saturday morning. And
Is
it
that
was
right?
monsoon season. And we were in a canal. We parked up under a canal bridge. And of course the phone rang, and it was Preston FM, and we did a quick interview under a bridge, in a canal, in a Pedalo, in a monsoon. It was one of the most surreal interviews I've done in my entire life, to be honest. It's not what you expect.
Yes, I think I've seen the presenter. I think he walks around still wet. I don't think he's
I'd
dried
imagine
out
so.
yet.
I've still got it in my fish in my boots from that one. It's, yeah.
So it must have been brilliant then. Were you kind of doing concerts on the way? You know, you were just finding a place, finding a pub, and you'd give them a...
Well, we recce'd it a few weeks before. I mean, the guys from the Tringe had got in and recce'd it all, and they sorted out some concerts and drawn up a big sort of poster with what was going on and told the local media and that kind of thing. And so some of the venues were extremely supportive, others less so, mentioning no names, because I've forgotten you already. But yeah, we had some great... We had a great one in the Waterwitch in Lancaster on the Friday night. And you find that people on the canal are your best friends because you're doing something ridiculous. They see you in a Pedalo and they do a double take and what are you doing? I'm doing this for charity. Brilliant, we'll see you there. And we had a great one. It was the canal, it was the Waterwitch on the Friday night in Lancaster. It was the Kenley Arms on the Saturday night just outside Garstang, and then we finished off back at the Ship in Preston. And on the way we stopped at about 6 or 7 other places as well. And it was great.
I bet it was.
It was a good sight for sore eyes because you get out the Pedalo and suddenly find a pub full of people with guitars waiting for you, and you run in and someone throw you a Coke and you have a quick bite of a chicken, and then you play a quick song and you run back out again and start all over again. And it was tiring, but it was excellent fun. And yeah, and I'll put the weight back on again now, but by God, it's a great way of losing weight. I tell you can see in the video my face changes, in the space of half an hour.
I'll have to look at that after
Gaunt
the show.
and skeletal man at the end of it, yeah. Great fun.
I'll have to have a look at that video. And what about, I believe you've been on Countdown.
Got on Countdown, yeah. The two things, I'm quite proud of myself because you get two unique selling points in life. I was thinking this, what have you done that no one else has done? And the Pedalo in the Lancaster Canal was one of them. No one else has done that. Yeah. And no one else ever appeared on Countdown wearing a hat.
Is that
with
a hat?
With a hat. So
the one you've got on now?
No, it's not a cowboy hat. No, I was sat in my cowboy hat in the studio, and the women, Susie Dent, we had the gorgeous Helen Skelton on, and I've been long had a crush on her for years, And I walked to the studio, and the guy said, "Oh, Helen Skelton." Said, "Oh my God, I'm never going to concentrate on these numbers," and I didn't. I got sound and thoroughly thrashed, but I lost by only about 40 points or so. But one of the most wonderful sights was Susie Dent and Rachel Riley and Helen Skelton all saying to the director, let him leave his cowboy hat on. And I thought, this is again a surreal moment. I never thought this would happen. But no, I couldn't, because of the cameras. I had to take my cowboy hat off and put a nice little sort of beanie hat on instead. But still, it's a victory of a sort for hat wearers everywhere.
That's right, yeah. I take it you've got the recording of the Countdown appearance.
I don't know. I don't think I did. Actually, we all went to the pub to watch it instead, so I'm not sure I have. Someone will have one somewhere.
So when it comes... So are you a Prestonian? Are you from Preston?
I was from Warrington originally, and I've been in Preston for about 10, 15 years now. So it's about there. Yeah, since about the year 2000. Sort of came to visit friends and never left.
Never left again.
Just ended up staying now, and Yeah.
So do you also still then, are you doing gigs around the city?
I work a lot with Corova Cafe lately.
Ah,
which
right,
is,
of
the
course,
new
on
arts
just
cafe.
off Fishergate.
Yeah, I've been sort of doing the music promotion for that. Well, booking acts and things, and running the night, helping them run the nights there. And so I tend not to gig as much there now. I tend to just be presenting and But yeah, I'm over in Altrincham at the Picnic Club on this Thursday.
Where's the Picnic Club?
I don't know yet. I've not googled it. I'll be honest with you. It's a great
we'll
Americana
have to find
night
that
now.
one out as well.
It's a word of mouth thing. Someone said you've got to go and play here. And apparently it's about the size of this room where I gather, but it's a really great intimate venue, so I'm going to go and do that one. And then I'm back at the Hopping Beer Shop in Ormskirk in a week's time, and that's also a wonderful place because
it sounds it.
Well, the Hopping Beer Shop, you know it's a winner already, don't you?
Yeah,
And,
the title like that.
Well, gigs only sort of 4 till 6, then in the day it's brilliant, so you can sort of turn up and have a great time, and you never finish at 6, you're always there till about 7 having a good time. But it's great fun, yeah, and then you can come back here and have a pint and do another gig at night, So, yeah, it's kind of busy. It's still a hectic schedule on, really, this next couple of weeks.
So what about the music? I mean, what about the influences and that? I mean, you did a soul number there. What is the influences in the music you like doing?
I don't know. I have difference because I tend to record everything by myself. We have a band, The Hostages. I used to work in a music shop it used to be A1. It's now called HW Music in town.
Yes, yeah.
And we all used to work there. So and everyone still works in different music shops everywhere. So I tend to record albums and then we send them over to everyone else, and someone else puts a little thing on it, and then we put it out there somewhere to sell at gigs. And it's what you call Americana music. I gather this. I always thought I was country and western. That song I just played wasn't country and western, clearly.
Yeah.
But I always thought I was kind of country. And apparently now country is not country anymore. Country's now Taylor Swift and people like that.
That's right.
And what used to be country is now called Americana. I always like the Willie Nelson and the Johnny Cash and all that kind of stuff. And I like all my, Motorhead and I like rock stuff. I love Bruce Springsteen. Anything a bit rock and roll is my bag.
Great. It's interesting, that thing, though, about country. I'm always having these discussions that what is now country?
It's impossible, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
I think it's anything with those little sort of steel guitars on now. I think that's kind of what is now deemed country. You could play anything. But as long as it's got a little steel sort of in the background somewhere, that's your sort of country now. I think that's how it works.
Right.
I don't know. I'm the same. I always have the same conversation with people all over the place.
Right. So tell us, did you do the 40 things that you want? No.
No. We did a show on it, bizarrely enough, because I realised that you've got to know your limitations. Because I'm a bit of a hippie karma kind of guy. I mean, someone gave me a camper van. One of the things is to go to Glasgow in a camper van. I used to go there quite a lot to research King Arthur, and I just love all the Arthurian sites there. And it didn't work very well, though. So that got me to... that meant I could tick off another item, which was learn all about the internal combustion engine. So you realise the list could sort of have its own power. And a lot of the things, some of the things I just couldn't quite do, which was sort of not... no one's fault. Just juggling, for example. I have juggled every day for 18 months and I am still rubbish. I can do one hand now and that's about it. But it's still sort of throwing a ball with one hand, catching it out with the other, and then just taking it across. I'm still rubbish. And I've got a great guy who teaches me juggling. He comes and does gigs, and now and again he's throwing fire around and swords and all this under his legs. And I just throw one ball up and try and catch it. So some things you can't do. A man's got to know his limitations. It was Clint Eastwood said that in Magnum Force, and it's quite true.
so the things that you've not done, they've now not become the 50 things you want to do before you're 50, have they?
I've thought of that, but I think the next thing we'll do is we'll have one more unique selling point. I think everyone should have 3 things that are unique about them, and I've got the wearing a hat on Countdown, and I've got the going down the Lancaster Carna Pedalo. So I think what we'll do is we'll throw it open to people next and say, right, what's the one more unique thing I could find to do that no one's ever done before? And nothing like, climbing Everest, something ridiculous and vaguely silly we could get some sponsorship for. So that's my mission for this year, is find one more unique selling point, if you like.
So were you able to raise quite a bit for the cancer charity?
We raised, it was good going because we raised, I mean, we didn't get any promotion until we come back.
Yeah,
it was all over.
Yeah,
that was the trouble
because
we sort of emailed local press, and I'm mentioning no names. We got a lot from Preston FM, so thank you. You were the guys who supported us. But a lot of local press and things just totally ignored it, and it drove me quite mad because I got back and I thought, if it had got behind us, we could have had a lot of publicity for all this.
Yeah.
But we raised about sort of £1,200,
right?
Which isn't bad for a week when you're in a pedalo not talking to anybody.
And without the publicity,
Well, I was googling. My sister got me an iPhone for my birthday, and I was googling all the time too. I was reporting back on Facebook. Well, I'm coming over Shap now. It's horrible, and that seemed to get a lot of interest going through the internet. But then, of course, the phone died halfway around my voyage, and I had no contact with anybody for another 4 days, and it kept rolling along nicely. Other people were reporting on it, so it did raise about £1,200 in the end, and Yeah, it's well done, everybody. Yeah, cheers.
And as you say, people, of course, can still give. People can still give to the charity.
Yeah, you can still give to Macmillan. I mean, and do it,
Yeah.
just do an anonymous one. That's fine by me. I mean, I'll still be out there doing something ridiculous for it all. So there's always ways and means of doing this. So yeah.
So Sean, tell us where people can. You said about stuff up on Kindle. Where can people go and find?
If you Google SeanKeefe.co.uk, and it's Sean the Irish way, SeanKeefe. That's my name. And just Google SeanKeefe.co.uk. That'll just tell you all over the place. Buy music from here and look at these Kindles, and it's all free. All my albums are free. All my Kindles are free this week. It's a free promotion week. Have it all, please. Take it. Tell your friends.
And Facebook and stuff. They can find you there.
Yeah.
And your music.
Always off doing other things there somewhere. Yeah. And I'll be in. Let's see. I'll be back at Corova Cafe a week on Saturday. I think.
A week on Saturday.
I think I'll be there on a week on Saturday. I'm trying to remember where I'll be. But I'll be in the Moorbrook on Friday. This Saturday for a gig there as well. So it's the last night of the Moorbrook on Saturday. So I'll be doing that one.
And you got players out with something now?
I think we'll do a little Tom Waits song if that's all right.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, all yours.
I'll put it down. It's a nice. I was tend to forget the lyrics, and I'm sure there's a horrible swearing word in there, so I have to change it. So if something becomes,
if you could, yes, that would be great.
If you hear the word spits, you can imagine what it may have been.
Yes,
I'm sure it's not in this song, but we'll try it out. So we'll do a little truncated version of a Tom Waits song.
Okay, cheers, Sean.
Well, now the moon is broken and the sky is cracked. Come up to the house. The only thing you can see is all that you lack. Come up to the house. Now all you're crying ain't doing you no good. Come up to the house. Come down from your cross. We could use the wood. Come up to the house. Come up to the house. Come up to the house. The world is not my home. I'm just passing through. Come up to the house. Well, you're high on top of your mountain of woe. Come up to the house, and you know you should surrender, but you can't let go. Think you better come up to the house. Does life seem nasty, brutish and short? Come up to the house. The sea is stormy, and you can't find a port. Come up to the house. Come up to the house. Come up to the house. The world is not my home, just passing through. Come up to the house. Come up to the house. Come up to the house. The world is not my home, just passing through. Come up to the house. Hey, yeah.
Wow. Brilliant, Sean, you made my day. I just did not know that was going to be happening this morning. I just love live music. I can just sit here all day and just listen to live music. I just love it. Just love it. That has made my day. Oh, Sean, brilliant.
Thank you.
Oh, there you are, you see, live on Chat City. That's why you've got to listen. Preston FM Chat City, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. through to noon, because we support live music, arts, theatre. If it's happening, then it's happening on this station. And that was Sean Keefe. So, Sean, don't forget to let me know the 50 things you're going to be doing before you're 50.
You lie like a rug.
And I can follow you. Just make certain that it happens. Okay, Sean.
Well, thanks, man. Thank you very much.
It's been great meeting you. Thank you.
Lovely.
Thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed today's interview, why not tweet Hughie at ChatCityPFM?